le masculin et le féminin, so the masculine and the feminine. And actually, in French, when it comes to grammar, we've got the difference between the masculine form and the feminine form, and we'll see that it will affect quite deeply the language. For instance, we've got, when it comes to les pronoms personnels, we will have the difference between the masculine and the feminine. So we'll start with the feminine, ladies first, and it's elle, okay? So she, so in that case, it is the feminine singular form, elle, okay? For the masculine, it will be il. So in English, it will be he, okay? Il, so in that case, it's the masculine singular form. When it comes to the plural, actually in French we also have the difference between the feminine and the masculine. So basically here, elle, it's the feminine plural form, okay? And then in the same way here, il will be the masculine plural form. So if you look carefully, the only difference between the singular and the plural, it's this final S here. Same thing here between il and il, it's the final S. And if you listen carefully, basically you don't have any differences, so it's elle and elle, il and il. Okay, the grammar rule is quite strict in French. If you've got a group of persons and in this group you get at least one man, it will be masculine. Okay, so let's see now if you discover a new word. Okay, so it could be a noun, it could be an adjective. In that case, the good reflex would be to try to see and to try to remember whether it's feminine or whether it's masculine, okay? Because it will basically affect after that, and we'll see that in this video, what will come after. And in most of the cases, we're talking about the adjectives, okay? So it's always good to remember the gender of a word, okay? Of course, in that case, if you're encountering a new noun, so basically you try to remember the gender at the same time. I will make some videos covering the topic and that well, giving you a few tips to try to see, you know, whether it's masculine or feminine according to the ending of the word. In some cases it can help, but in most of the cases you will have to remember the gender. Just when you discover a new word, try to remember the gender at the same time. Okay, so for a good reason, and this is now what I will explain sorry. Well, basically when you've got a noun, it will actually be connected to an adjective, and whether it's masculine or feminine, basically in French the adjective will be changed also. So let's see an example here. We've got un pays chaud. So if we translate directly, it's un pays, it's a country, and it's chaud is warm, hot. Okay, un pays chaud. So you can see that here pays is masculine, un is the article, the masculine article, un pays chaud. And in that case your adjective is like that, written at the basic form. So the masculine form is the basic form. And if we take another word like boisson, boisson is feminine, une boisson. Okay, so here you've got the article and it's the feminine form of the article, une boisson, and you can see that here your adjective is changing. You will have to put this final chaude, okay, at the end, and then the pronunciation will change a little bit. Chaude. So here you pronounce the final D, whereas in the masculine form you don't pronounce it. Okay, alright, so it's just an introduction, don't worry. In the coming videos I will explain everything, so the articles, the adjective, the way to put the feminine form, everything. So in this video it's just to show you that basically the masculine and the feminine, so whether it's a noun at the masculine and at the feminine, it will affect the adjective connected to it. Okay, and then it's also actually possible that the noun, or as we saw, le pronom personnel, will affect the verb. We are talking in that case about what we call compound tenses. So we will cover that probably in unit 4, 5, or 6. Have a look there. We're talking about le passé composé, for instance, so the past tense. And basically, let's have a look there. You will have il est allé. Okay, it's the masculine form here. So aller is to go, and this is the compound tense of il est allé, all right? And then you will have here elle est allée, so basically he went, she went, all right? And here you can see that you will have the difference between the masculine and the feminine. But don't worry about that, because I will explain that later. It's just to show you that basically the difference between the masculine and the feminine will concern, of course, the subject, so pronom personnel, and then the nouns, but it will also affect what is coming after, so it can be an adjective, as we saw, or it can be a verb. In that case, it's a compound tense, so it's this past tense, le passé composé. All right, so no stress about that. I will explain everything after, okay? Just keep in mind that we've got a difference between the masculine and the feminine. And so my tip for this video will be, when you discover a new word, as I said, try to remember whether it's masculine, or sorry, feminine here, or masculine. Okay? Merci beaucoup.